Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shayna if you're new here, and I just finished up week 17 on Mounjaro, which is the Tirzepatide. If you'd like to hear how I did on week 17, stick around because I'm going to be done in 10 minutes. Happy Monday, everybody. It is shot day. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello, my name is Shayna. I'm on a weight loss journey to lose 70 pounds. I am currently down 23 pounds. I started this journey in July of 2025. I was on the 2.5 milligram for 2 months. I was then on the 5 milligram of Mounjaro, which was Tirzepatide, for 2 more months. And today is my first day of the 7.5. Yes, I titrated up. Yes, I'm going to start the 7.5 today. And I think I'm going to still do my shot in my thigh. Last week I did the first time ever in my thigh, and I think it gave me pretty good suppression, even though it was still the 5 milligram. I did end up losing the most weight I had lost in that 4th month, and I was really happy with that, and I was kind of really happy with the suppression last week. It was even, I had to remind myself to eat, and I guess that's what we want, right? We want to not always feel hungry, but to be more conscious about when we're eating, so then we're able to kind of monitor what exactly it is that we're putting in our mouth and how many calories and everything we're eating, so we are able to lose weight on this medication. So I am a little bit nervous about doing the 7.5 just because last week I did have really good suppression. And I'm also nervous to start a new dose just in general because you never know the side effects that you're gonna have. I'm putting alcohol on a cotton swab. You never know the side effects you're gonna have when you start a new dose, and it's always a little bit strange, right? Like, you don't know what to expect. You can see other people's journeys, but you don't know exactly how it's going to affect you. So I don't know, oh, I hate the smell of alcohol, how this is actually going to affect me. But I guess we'll see, right? Ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's get it done. Let me lower you guys down really quickly so I can get my shot. Hold on 1 minute. Last time, you guys, I did the inside like right here, and you guys told me not to do that. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go right on top, which I am a little bit nervous about, but I mean, what else am I gonna do, right? And then I was also told not to push too hard, so we're not gonna push very hard. Leave it just kind of flat on my skin, and 1, 2, 3. Maybe I should unlock it. Maybe I should unlock it first. That just scared me. See what happens? All right. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that stung. It did sting. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, I think I'm just a bleeder. I think that's all it is. I think I'm just a bleeder. So, okay, I'm gonna lift you guys back up now. So one thing I didn't mention in my last update is when I did my thigh. Last week, I still got the little mosquito bite kind of like bump that I'm usually getting on my thigh, and I still bruised on my thigh. So I think that's just, it's just me. Even if I don't press hard, and I change my injection site and all the things, I'm still gonna bruise, I'm still gonna bleed, I'm still gonna get that little itchy bump for a couple days after the fact. I think at this point it is what it is. This is week 17. I'm used to it. Yes, it's obnoxious, but it's fine. It's like 2 or 3 days of itchiness, and hopefully the bruises will start to disappear whenever they start to disappear. So hopefully I don't have any symptoms, or I don't have any major symptoms with the new dosage and another new injection site, but we will find out during this week, and I will let you guys know how everything went coming up next. All right, guys, so it is Sunday already, and here we go with the recap of my week. So let's start off with symptoms. So I didn't notice any big symptom changes this week in regards to my hunger, but I was really tired. And I don't know if that has something to do with the 7.5 milligram and me going up in a dose, or if it had to do with more daylight savings time, it being darker earlier, and then just my body kind of shifting for daylight savings. So I can't say if it was the medication or if it was, again, environmental factors as to why I was so tired. And when I say tired, I don't mean like sleepy, I want to take a nap. I mean just kind of like lazy. I don't really want to do anything. My body is just tired, right? Like I wasn't sleeping, I just wanted to chill. So that was the symptom that I had this week. Another symptom that I had this week was, like I have every single week and I always have, the bump. Right? I didn't get a little tiny mosquito bite bump this time. I got something probably like the size of like a quarter on my left thigh, and it was very itchy up until yesterday. So up until Saturday, the bump was there and it was very itchy. It's kind of gone away. It hasn't bruised significantly, so I'm not really concerned about it or worried about it. But I did notice that when I did the top of my thigh, the bump was actually bigger than when I did kind of closer to the inner thigh like I did last week. So challenges that I had this week, again, it had to do with daylight savings time and the fact that my body was just really kind of tired. One, I was tired, so I did not want to work out. And two, I couldn't get my walks in outside this week, which really makes me not super happy because you guys know I love walking outside, I love being outside, but I don't like walking in the dark. So by the time I get home from work, by the time everything's kind of settled down in the house, it is pitch black outside and I'm not going outside to walk in the dark. So that coupled with me being just not feeling like doing anything, guys, those 5 days a week with my weighted vest, I didn't do a single day with the weighted vest. Not a single walk did I go on this week, nothing. That does not mean that I didn't work out though. So I did work out. I started a little push-up challenge for myself. I want to see how many push-ups I can do in a day. And I did that every single day this week, which I feel like go me. I feel strong this week. I started out doing one number, and by the end of the week, I was definitely able to add some push-ups into that. So I am really excited about this little challenge that I have going with myself about push-ups and just seeing how I can get my body to reacclimate to doing push-ups. So my wins this week, I was able to get in a lot more water than I was getting in before. I don't think I ever hit a full gallon, but I got to about like in between 50 and 60 ounces of water a day, which is an astronomical difference from me getting in like 1 bottle of water or 2 bottles of water a day. So I am really happy with the 50 to 60 ounces. I'm probably drinking, what is that, like a half a gallon of water about? So I'm drinking about a half a gallon of water a day, and I'm going to continue trying to get more and more water in. So 50 to 60 ounces of water for me this week, I think that is a win. Second win for me this week, I think I ate pretty well. I didn't eat perfectly and my macros stayed shifting from day to day. Some days I had more carbs, some days I had less carbs, some days I had more protein, some days I had less. But overall, for the entire week, I think I did pretty good in my eating. It wasn't pretty. I think I had like pork chops and bok choy one night, and then another night I made like really thin steak with mixed vegetables. They were both really good, and I am very happy with what I was eating this week. So my next week's goals. So I am not gonna say I'm gonna walk with my weighted vest 5 days because last week I didn't do a single day. So my goal actually is I'm gonna try to get in at least 3 walks on the treadmill with the weighted vest this week. The second goal that I have for myself for this week is to keep up with my push-up challenge. I am enjoying it. So, and I've definitely, like I said, feel myself getting stronger. So I want to keep up with I would like to keep up with my push-up challenge. A third goal that I have is to continue trying to drink a gallon a day of water. And my last goal for this week is to record all of my meals for you guys for next week's vlog. Recording all of my meals is probably going to be a challenge. I'm going to do my absolute best, but I want you guys to see what I'm eating just to give you guys some other options. Also, I'd like some feedback from you guys to see if you think I should be adding something, taking something out, or changing things around, or if you have any kind of substitute options for me. I am definitely open to knowing and seeing what other people eat, how they prepare their food, and just different healthy options that I might be able to add into my own diet. Okay, so what you guys have all actually been waiting for, let's get right to it, my weigh-in. So if you're new here, I started off my journey in July of 2025 at 205.6. Last week, week 16, I weighed in at 181.8. This week, I'm on the 7.5 milligram. This is my first week on the 7.5, and I weighed in at 181.4. So yes, I lost 0.4 pounds this week, my first week on 7.5 milligram. So my total weight loss for 17 weeks is 24.2 pounds. 24.2 pounds is definitely a win for me in my book. I think that is great. I'm obviously not a fast loser, so I'm kind of losing weight slowly. And sometimes I wonder if I had stayed on that 5 milligram, if I would have lost the same thing, because there was no big or significant jump from me moving from last week at the 5 milligram where I lost 1.8 to this week, my first week on the 7, where I lost 0.4. So I don't know if it's, again, just my body and how my body wants to lose weight and how my body wants to deal with the medication. But for now, I think we may stick on the 7.5 at least until we what? Finish the box, right? We're gonna finish the box. We're gonna see what happens, and then at the end of the box, end of the 4 weeks, we'll kind of make a decision as to what it is that we think we're gonna do next. But until then, I am gonna eat healthy, continue to work out, and we're gonna lose this weight one day at a time. So that's it for me today. If you like what you see, you like what you hear, you like this style of video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next week for another 10-minute GLP-1 update. Have a good day. Bye.